Welcome to
Welcome.
Coffee and Cleavage.
Woo.
I'm Lenny.
And I'm Chantal.
And hello, Gary.
Hey ladies, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good afternoon. It is
Yes.
afternoon.
Oh, I swear.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
No more earrings on pod day.
I know in the headphones.
Fuck that.
I know. Well, everyone.
Big deep breath. Today we're going to just, I don't know, have a little candid conversation. Little battle of the sexes, if you will. Us versus Gary.
Yes.
He's like, what
First
the
knowing of
fuck?
this.
Sounds like a dodgeball tournament or
It
something.
does. It does. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
No, not really. I fucking hate dodgeball. I don't like getting hit with balls.
That'd be fun for me.
That'd be fun for you to get to beat
Yeah.
us with balls. Oh, fuck. I was never really great at dodgeball. It's a cruel game.
Yeah. I've never been good at any sport.
Love that
Period.
shit. So
You
fun.
love it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So fun.
I learned something new about Gary today.
I like all men like that, you know?
Really?
They like dodgeball, yeah.
Fucking, I'm not a fan.
No.
How could you not like a sport where you're just trying to hit someone with a fucking ball?
Because I don't like being fucking hit with the ball.
Literally, my PE teacher would just be like, "That guy hit him." No, just fucking hit someone in the head. It'd be so funny with with volleyballs too. You know how you see the red balls?
Oh,
Like, you know, volleyballs. That's what we would use.
so fucked up.
God, those are good times.
God. Nothing like getting hit in the face with a fucking ball.
Yeah, fuck that.
So embarrassing too when you were like in school doing that. Like you know you're gonna get hit.
Were you guys like the girls who'd be like, "Hey, I have a note to get out of gym class today"?
Yes, I was that girl.
Why aren't you dressed down? Because I have this going on.
You guys know something embarrassing? I actually failed PE. I
Did
got
you
an
really?
F, yeah, because I didn't dress down.
You're like, fuck that. I'm not wearing those clothes. They're ugly.
I was just like saying that you actually did it.
Yeah,
It's fucking funny.
I did.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I know, my teacher did not like me.
I didn't have to like, oh no, actually I did. I was thinking like some schools I didn't have to like change what I was wearing for PE, but some I did. But it was always so weird. I was just like not a fan of PE for sure, but I
Yeah.
still did it. I just went really slow. Like I'm pretty sure I got last place anytime we did a mile. I was just like walking.
Me
Teacher's
too.
like, "Are you gonna run?" I'm like, "I'm walking fastly."
You guys are so athletic.
I am definitely a lot more athletic now than I was
Yeah.
then, for sure. Like I actually
Yeah.
like running. I like biking. I like doing all that stuff, but not fucking dodgeball.
No dodgeball.
Fuck that. Well, anyways, side rant.
Yeah.
We are going to ask each other some questions and see which of us gives the better advice, us over here or him over there, who you can't see.
All right. All right. So, how do you define making the first move and who should ideally make it?
I wonder if we're going to have like a lot of agreement with him after hearing the first question. I mean, I think whoever should make the first move should just be whoever wants to make the first move, but I think it's like typical for the men to make the most first move.
Now, are we talking as far as going up and approaching someone
I
or
think
making
so.
a move as far as like, what are we?
Sexual.
Yeah.
Asking out. I was thinking it meant asking out,
Okay.
like making the first move.
I mean, usually I would feel like usually the guy does, but
Yeah.
that's what I would think.
Yeah. Gary, I know, thinks
Yeah,
poorly about women making first moves.
I mean, I don't think poorly of it at fucking
He just
all.
thinks it's weird and it doesn't really happen.
I mean, I don't think it's weird. I think you like misconstrued what I said. Like, I think it'd be fucking awesome for girls to make the first move. I just have never been in that situation. Maybe girls don't want to make the first move on me. I don't know. I mean, I would love it.
I would love it.
I am totally I'm not like, wow, like I'm not the type of person who's like emasculated if a girl's like, "Hey, did you want to go out?" I would fucking think that's awesome, but I just have never experienced that.
That's good because I think some men do feel that way. They just think they're not okay with it because they think it takes away from, their maleness.
Well, I feel like I'm traditional in that way. Like I'd like to take a girl out. I'd like to pay. Like I want to like take care of a girl. Like I don't want to feel like there's a point where like you feel emasculated where like a woman is kind of taking like everything over you, like if you're ordering and she's like, "Hey, we'll have this," I'd be like, okay.
We'll have the
Like,
salads.
there's certain things, but I mean, yeah, I think it always falls on the guy to make the first move because it's, I mean, okay, do you guys think like most of the time if you're like, "Hey, I think this guy's really cute," like I'll kind of just like look at him and be like, "Hey, like
Give him the
you
eyes.
better see that I'm looking at you and that's like you're in and you better like come to me and like know what you're going to say and be funny and like
Wow.
not weird
Making it
and
sound
you
like
ask me
fucking
out." That's how
bitches.
all guys fucking feel. I'll just tell you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow. I
Poor
don't
guys,
yeah, that
man.
sounds rough.
That
That's why I'm like, I
does.
wish girls could just be like more like straightforward. And it wasn't like that because I've been in so many situations where it's like that. Maybe it's just fucking me, like where girls do that, where it's like they kind of like look at you and it's like, is she looking at me? It's like, that's your opening. You better like, you better come to me or you're fucking whatever. It would be cool if girls were just like, went up to guys and like, hey, what's up? Like, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys do that more?
It is
You're gonna be
funny.
everyone's hero today,
Yeah,
Gary.
you are.
I'm just telling
I'm
you
just
how
waiting for the
some guys
comments on
feel.
I
that,
know.
Like, fuck yeah, Gary, exactly what he said.
I do wonder that, and I think it's, like, some type of societal thing that's been put into not just men's head that they have to be the one to do it. They have to provide, they have to give, they have to lead, they have to make the order, they have to be manly, and the women have to receive, and I think that that probably answers why women often sit there and wait to
Well,
receive.
okay. So if you think about it, if like a girl just went up to a guy and was like, "Hey, like, how's it going?" Then it would open up a guy where it's like, "Wow, she came up to me. This isn't like awkward where I feel like she actually wants to talk to me." Because if you see a girl and you're like, "Oh, she's gorgeous. I want to like go talk to her," and she's just kind of like, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "Am I fucking bugging you?" But if the girl went up to the guy, then it would be like, "Hey, she wants to talk to me," and you were both like, I
Yeah.
don't know. That's just how I think.
I mean, I've done it. I've gone up to guys and talked to them.
When
I've
did you
asked
do
men
that? I don't believe that.
What the fuck? I mean, I have. I'm and I'm not saying that I, like, ask them out every single time, but I've walked up to people and made conversation and chatted with people and, you know, uh, gone as far as exchanging information and all that stuff, and nothing ever happened from it. But I think I think it comes down to personality. And, as much as men think that all the pressure is on them, I think that women are also intimidated. So they're kind of taking the easy way out, just giving eye looks and waiting for the guy to make the move because they're probably nervous too.
Yeah.
What do you think it makes you more vulnerable when you're the one who goes up? I mean, say you go up and you're like, "Hey, what's up? How are you?" And guys like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "Fuck do you want?" You'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely fear of rejection on both sides. It's not just men who are afraid of being rejected. Certainly. Women don't want to be rejected either,
I'm
but it's just
sorry. I just
normal.
can't think that you guys are scared of rejection. I'm not the only one that's gonna think that either. There's no way that you guys could walk into somewhere and talk to some guy and he'd be like annoyed by you guys talking to them.
He might.
You might, you
No,
never know.
fucking no. You guys are both like gorgeous, super like nice.
Well,
I
thank you,
mean,
Gary.
there's no way anyone's gonna be like, God, like you're not gonna be like bitchy or anything. I mean, like anyone's gonna want to talk. That's why I'm like, it's hard for you guys to kind of fully understand, but I get like you trying to.
Alrighty then.
He gives us effort points.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. How important is it to bring up personal goals or life plans within the first few dates? Ooh,
Personal goals and
personal
life
and life
plans. I
plans.
think there's nothing wrong with or how important is it?
Yeah, like, is it important? And if it is, then why is it important?
I would think it would probably if you're getting to know each other the first few dates, usually that kinda just gets brought up, right?
Yeah. I
Maybe not like your life plans, but, your personal
Your
goals.
personal goals for sure, but, like, if
Yeah.
you're planning on, like, getting married and having kids, are you gonna say that in the first 3 days?
I mean, you shouldn't.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I know people that have, but
Yeah, me
yeah, you
too.
shouldn't.
I'm like, "Wow, first date, talking about marriage?
Mhm.
Whew, that seems a little forward."
Yeah. Yeah, it does. But some people that
I mean,
are
some people,
older are like, don't want to waste their time. So like,
yeah,
okay, is this going to be a waste of my time? Or, you
yeah,
looking for the same thing as me?
yeah, they're, like, tapped out. They're like, "I've done enough of this, like, let's just
Yeah.
cut through the bullshit."
Yeah.
Like,
What do you
that
think
seems a little harsh, though.
personal goals, like, not relationship related? Like, my
Yeah,
personal goal, like, in 5 years is to, like, move up in my company, and, like, I really like to get into this house. I feel like that
yeah.
would be a lot better than, like, my personal goal is to, like, be married in 6 years, and, like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like skipping forward to that, I feel like it's just I feel like guys especially get scared away, like, "Whoa." Like, this is
Yeah, too fast.
mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Well, so far we're doing a lot of agreeing except for on that last one.
Let's see. What does playing it cool mean to you? And is it actually helpful or just frustrating?
Hmm.
Playing it cool. I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
of like the games, like, well, that's more like hard to get, huh?
I mean, it kind of is. It's like a medium between that.
Mm,
I mean, I don't know. I've kind of feel like it's not really helpful, but it's not frustrating. It just is, if that makes sense. Have you ever talked to a guy when they just act like it's like they're just there's just like nothing. They're just like, meh,
yeah, like they
you
don't
know?
really give a shit.
They don't really give a shit about what you're saying and they're not really into it, but they're not completely disengaged. They're just like acting like
But doesn't it
indifferent.
make you kinda, like, more interested in a way?
No,
No.
not me. I'm like, okay, like if you feel like you could be somewhere else, then by all means.
Yeah.
But I think
Like,
playing it cool is almost being like, "Oh, like, sorry, I was so busy. I got, like, that
ugh,
going." I'm like, "Sorry, I have this going on." "Oh, like, I didn't even see you texted me." Like, you're so, like,
ugh,
cool. Like,
I
you have
don't
so
like
much going
that.
on and, like, you have this,
Yeah,
like, work thing. It's like, "Oh, I forgot we were even supposed to hang out." Like, you're kinda like you're
yeah,
not like, yeah, like, you're this, but it's not anything it's that much, you know?
yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. You're pretty much like too fucking cool. You're,
Next.
yeah,
That's my whole thing on it. Like, no,
yeah,
Because
yeah.
everyone
I'm not
wants to
into that.
feel
Uh-uh.
busy, like, like, it's good to feel like, "Oh, sorry, I was so busy doing this." And it's like, "You weren't doing shit, you're sitting at home." Like
You mean when the person's saying, "Oh, they're busy and they're doing this and that to sound cool,"
mhm.
rather than yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing, but, like,
yeah,
no. No, thanks.
I
yeah.
think guys are way more guilty of doing that too, because they don't wanna come off like they were sitting waiting for you to call or anything.
Yeah, that definitely plays into what she was saying, like, the whole game's, like,
Mhm.
kind of guessing what the other person's actually doing or saying, or are they actually interested, or are they just giving you, like, the three-day wait period?
Yeah, I think it's a whole some people think it works like it's a reverse psychology where it gives that person a challenge to go chase the person,
Yeah,
but I don't know. There's not fucking time for that shit.
it seems a little disingenuous.
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, had that happen to you and you're like, "Alright, you wanna play that? I'll play it, like, better than you, and I just won't fucking ever talk to you again." And then you'll have to talk to me.
Oh, wow.
I like that, Gary.
That's
It's
pretty
funny.
funny. I have not tried that.
Try
But
it next
but
time.
I had that has happened to me before though. You text somebody and like then they don't text you back for like a week. They're like, "Oh, sorry, I was this." And which I get it. I'm busy. People are actually busy. Some people are actually busy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like, okay. Now I don't feel really that interested in responding.
I get it with friends, but if you're interested
I'm
in
not talking about
someone,
friends.
I don't
Yeah.
get it with that.
A date, somebody that you're actually talking to that like
Yeah.
leaves you just not read for the whole week or
Because
something.
essentially in the beginning you're like really excited, like, oh my God, like, okay, they text me. You're not gonna be like, "Psh, I'll text them back like tomorrow." It's like it's kind of dumb, but I mean,
If you're doing that, make sure you have your red receipts on then so they could see you left them on red and then just don't respond.
Turn it on just for them.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if it'll show up if you turn it on after you've already read a message. Will it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to test that.
I always have mine just off without anyone, so I
I
don't
don't. Yeah,
know.
I don't like the idea of like somebody knowing exactly when I read it because it's like fuck. I have enough time pressure on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody doesn't need to have a response like immediately.
Yeah.
Unless
Mhm.
it's pressing or unless you're trying to get a date or get fucked, then there's different there's different scenarios for that. Um What do you think is a deal breaker that often gets overlooked until it's too late? Ooh,
Ooh.
deal breaker.
What is a deal breaker that often gets overlooked until it's too late?
Okay, you guys say yours, and then I'll say mine.
He's got one already.
Well, let's hear it.
I mean, I don't have one. I'm thinking of it. I'm just
Oh.
saying.
That's great. There's okay, actual deal breaker. Hmm, that gets overlooked. I feel like a lot of deal breakers present themselves kind of quickly
Mhm.
versus like you wait until it's too late. I'm trying to think of the too late scenarios.
I know, me too.
I mean, the only one that I can think of that would be like a deal breaker is like somebody that changes their mind about like wanting to have kids or wanting to get married or something, and the other person wants it. Then I feel like that's a deal breaker. It's not necessarily too late, but maybe it is. And one person ends up changing what they wanted because they've already been with the person for so long. So they're like, okay, well, I guess I'm just like committing to not doing this or to doing this, even though they don't want to do it.
Mhm.
I don't know, that's kinda what pops up in my mind.
Mhm. No, totally, that makes sense. Mm. Yeah, that one would get, like, overlooked sometimes.
Yeah, because you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we'll talk about it later in the future," but then it's later in the future and they're like, "Oh, actually, I changed my mind, like, I don't want that at all." You
Yeah.
know, and you're like, "Oh, fuck, we just spent the last, like, this many years together and now you changed your mind," you know, and that is what you want, and I feel like that probably is, like, a deal breaker that you either just get over or you break up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Hmm.
What do you think, Gary? What's yours?
I don't know. I think deal breaker is just I don't even know what category it would really be in, but it's just like the kind of I guess maybe like kind of games, kind of, you know. I don't know how to explain it.
Like, communication issues
Yeah,
or
I'm
being
trying to figure out how to
manipulative?
explain it. Um,
Yeah, I think there's a lot, but I'm not finding them in, like, the scenario where it's too late.
Where it gets overlooked until it's too late. Yeah, that's hard to think about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
well, mine would probably I mean games and like kind of like neediness. And
Mm,
I've I haven't necessarily been with someone who's been cheated on, but someone who's very like, "Where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you talking to?" Like that
possessive.
shit drives me fucking
Mm.
insane. And like, okay, where are you at now? And I feel like that's the fastest way to push a guy like away. And most girls do that, and I mean guys do that too because they've been cheated on. But it's like you're just pushing someone to do that.
Yeah, and that one you actually might not notice
I was just
at
gonna say it might
first
come out later.
because,
Yeah.
like, when you're first dating, you're like you spend most of your time together, you do lots of things together, and then it seems like after you've been together for a while, then you start to, like, set into, like, your own routines more or, like, you're going to hang out with your friends and you're giving them the opportunity to be like, "Oh, fuck, where are you?"
Yeah.
You know, like, whereas
Yeah.
you might not deal with that in the beginning. You know, people
Yeah.
start to, like,
Yeah.
get comfortable and, like, kinda show their insecurities more the longer you're together,
Well, it's
if
like the
Mhm.
that makes
harder it
sense?
is and the more you force it, I feel like you're just gonna have more and more issues, where it's like you're not trusting this person, you're not trusting this person. It's just recipe for disaster almost. And it's like you just then you have resentment and it's just like fucking God, it's just gonna explode.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does.
Relationships are complicated.
Yeah, they really are.
I think that's why I'm like been single for so long.
Yeah, touche.
In a heated argument, do you believe there's ever a point where fighting fair no longer applies, or is it crossing certain lines never acceptable under any circumstances?
Ooh, fighting fair, what does that even mean?
I know, what the
Does that
fuck?
mean like I just think of like doing sneaky shit like emailing, calling like the family member or something. It'll be like your girlfriend or
Ooh,
being like I think of like exes like sending like pictures to like your family.
yeah,
Like, hey, you fucked me over. All right, I'm gonna send all your fucking nudes to your family.
that's so fucked up.
Like I've heard
That's
of shit like
so
that happening to people, like girls where they just have like breakups and it's like the worst shit ever. Like, I'm
yeah,
just gonna report your page over and over and over again, like, and then send all the shit to your parents and like just
I think
fucking
you can turn someone in for that,
yeah,
though.
you
revenge
can.
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, revenge porn, and I think
Yeah.
there's another charge too. That's really
Mhm.
fucked up, and
Yeah.
I think that those lines should never be crossed
Yeah.
but obviously some people are fucking spiteful assholes,
Yes.
and, you can't really prevent that other than just maybe not getting into a relationship with somebody who has those tendencies. Um,
Sometimes you never know,
Sometimes you
though.
don't know
You think you
until
know someone, and then 2 years later, you're like, "Who the
ugh.
fuck are you?" You
Because
Yeah,
know?
people want anything they can do for reactions, and I think that's
Yeah.
yeah,
the biggest thing is when they don't get reactions, like, "What can I do to get a reaction?" "Alright, I'll do this now,"
Yeah.
and it's like,
yeah.
just walk away.
Ah, yeah.
That's really fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I hard agree. Certain lines should never be acceptable.
Mhm.
Um, okay, which scenario feels more of a serious betrayal? Discovering your partner has a secret friendship with someone that they're attracted to, or uncovering that they've been hiding debt or financial struggles?
Ooh.
Ooh,
I I think the secret friendship with someone they're attracted to is more betrayal than they're fucking hiding their financials and debt.
yeah. Unless you share financial
What if it's, like,
financial
500,000 in debt?
Well, I'd be like, "You're on your fucking own. I
What
don't
if
know
you
what
get
to tell
married? What
you."
if it's after you're married, though, or something?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
It's
I'm
like, "Hey, it's our debt."
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it this
How
is
would you not know, though? You know what I
well, I
mean?
mean, if you had separate accounts or something, or they had a bunch of debt that you didn't know about, like say they had a gambling addiction or something, and they were out just like racking up debt and you didn't know. I feel like I would be pretty fucking pissed about that. I mean, the whole secret friendship with someone they're attracted to is that's like the emotional betrayal, but then the other one is certainly a betrayal still if you're
Yeah.
doing something like that, but fuck. There's no good answer on that.
Yeah.
I had to pick one, I think it'd be the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the first one for me.
Yeah, I don't that would be really messed up,
Yeah,
but that shit happens.
it does. Yeah. Let's see. When your relationship hits a tough patch, do you prefer taking personal space to cool off or tackling the issue head on and talking about it immediately, even if emotions are running high?
I know your answer.
I'm a head on
Head
girl.
on.
Head on.
Yeah, it depends for me on the circumstances. If it's something that I need to think about and process before I respond, because sometimes if I respond to something that is a problem, I'm going to respond like in not my best way. Like I haven't fully processed it, I haven't thought about it, and I'll probably say something that I regret, you know? Versus like if I just like, okay, let me think about this for a few minutes to myself and then I can talk about it,
Yeah.
once I'm, like,
Yeah.
not emotionally charged.
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes I feel like I get a little emotionally charged and I'm like, "Fuck, I can't even say what I'm trying to say,"
Yeah.
because 'cause I'm just so mad or I'm so upset that, like, I can't get my thoughts out, if that makes sense.
No, it's good to to cool, like let it all process and figure out the best way you're going to approach of how you're going to go head on or, talk about it
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. What about you, Gary?
I look at it like I'd rather just go head on and get it over with than
Get it over
fucking be like,
Head-on collision.
because I know people that get in fights and it's like, I just walked away and I like went to the bar and just like, it's like,
Oh, that's bad.
why wouldn't you just be like, hey, let's fucking talk so we can get past this and move the fuck on and not just be like, oh my God, like you went home and I went home. It's like, just figure it out so you can go your separate ways or like be done with it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Well, and see, the thing is too, I feel like I'm a person where if something's bothering me and I'm hurt, it consumes the shit out of me. And that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather just talk about it, make it work, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and be done with it.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
there's things where people sometimes will just sweep it under the rug and then resentment builds and
Yeah.
then
I've
that's not good
definitely
too.
done that in the past where I'm just like, I let everything go. I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. We'll just let it go. And then what happens is 10 more things happen that you just let go. And then pretty soon you're like,
A fucking
fuck.
ticking time bomb.
Yeah, you're a fucking time bomb. And you're like, fuck, I'm just going to blow because I can't take this shit anymore because you just let it
Yes.
all like accumulate.
Yeah.
So I agree. It's definitely better to just like get that shit out there,
That's where I
Yeah.
just
deal with it
wish the world would be so much better if people were just like,
more.
didn't, like figured their shit out and weren't like, okay, I'm pissed off about that, but I'm just not going to say anything. And it's like, it's the worst thing because then you might be more like bitchy towards him. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's like, nothing. You're like, oh my God.
Nothing.
I'm fine.
Nothing.
It's
Nothing.
like, that is what I don't understand. It's like, why do people not just go like, okay, I'm fucking pissed about this. And you're like, well, and you talk about it and it's like, okay, now it's out. Not like,
Yeah.
because I know people that do that shit and they just like sweep it under the rug and it just builds more and more and more and they get more irritated about it. And it just eventually comes out and it's like, fucking 3 years ago, you fucking pissed me off. It's like, oh my
3 years
God.
ago. Uh,
Like girls, it's like 3
uh,
years ago, like, that day, specific time. And it's because they remember. I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
that day and time you talked to that girl and you looked at her.
yeah, it's like, remember we were walking and like, I didn't say anything because I was just like, whatever. And it's like, you're always going to think about that. It may go away, but then it kind of
Something
happens
brings it up.
again. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's,
Resurfaces.
that's why I'm like, people talked more. I feel like it'd be a lot better.
That is so true. What do we always
It
say?
is.
Communication
Yeah.
is fucking everything. And pretty much any problem can be solved, or even if not solved, made better, just improved a
Made
little bit
better.
with communication.
Yeah. Because I do think, to be fair, when you do bring something up, you shouldn't then hold that over the person and bring it up again and again and again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, if you push something on the rug and you bring something up months ago, that might like kind of piss someone off too. Like you're still bringing that up. I mean, I would
Mm-hmm.
get kind of annoyed. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like 6 months ago, you're bringing that up. Like, hey, remember we were walking and like you kind of looked at that chick's butt and like I was like, it's like what the fuck? And then all that would bring it up is like say that happened kind of again. And it's like
Yeah.
you've
Mhm.
been doing that a lot lately. Like
Oh,
just talk. I mean,
yes. Just
Yeah.
talk about it,
Yeah.
communicate, express yourself. Let us know. I feel like we kind of agreed with most things with each other. This was not
Yeah.
much of a battle. We're gonna have to, you guys submit us
Some ones where we can
some more
have some just,
questions
yeah.
where we can battle each other without the dodgeball. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank
Don't forget
you.
to rate and subscribe.
5 stars.
Cheers.
Cheers.